Bitch. Okay.
I asked if we agree on doing the selling. I asked like I'm not particularly too good at uh, bargaining. I've been ripped off in the past. I've sold things and found out later I didn't get quite the money back I needed. So if
Um,
anybody else here is good at that, I would like a spokesperson. I should say.
here's a question: Is bargaining a skill?
Not really. Kind of. You can kind of use your charm and persuasive abilities for it, which can definitely be an effect. But bartering right now in the main school skill book isn't one. Maybe in the expansions there are. But for the sake of this, we'll role play. We will role play an actual barter itself.
Mm-hmm.
But you can always use your persuade skills, like your high mental affinity or your high physical beauty, to kind of sway things a little
Okay,
bit.
sure.
Much like how people do in real life.
All right, Patrick, I've been known to sell a thing or two in my day. I'll help you.
Mila's could flash her cleavage. Be like, how much discount did you say?
All right, what do you?
One boob for 10%. No.
Like I would need to know exactly what you're selling, so I know exactly how to spin.
Well, Inferno, would you like to take creative liberties with that, or should I do that?
Sure. Well, we can wait. I need to know exactly what you're gonna sell. But
It's literally just under
I know. Oh, that's what it is
pre-war
then.
artifacts.
Okay, sure, great. You can
I can
tell
tell
him how
you
much. You can tell Al how much you think they're worth.
Well, from what I've seen and a few things that I've picked up on from trading posts that I live near, this should cost around 15,000 credits. And I basically hand them a sack full of different miscellaneous items. Should I try to just kind of wing it, whatever it
Yeah,
might be?
because I was gonna say like
Yeah.
what they are is how I'm going to role play trying to sell them
Present them?
off. Yeah.
Okay, so pre-rift artifacts, we're gonna say some of them are just little baubles like soda cans or something like that. Some of them are going to be coins, like like quarters and loonies and loonies, Canadians.
I thought you guys didn't have loonies
Silver
anymore.
dollars. Yeah, we have loonies still. What are you talking about? We don't have
Someone
loonies.
told me they didn't have loonies anymore. I was actually sad by that.
Someone
because
lied.
that's the best
loony will
coin
always
ever.
exist, and the tuning.
the best coin ever is a loony.
Oh, my Canadianness just through. But there's okay. So you have like little stuff like cans. You have coins. He's gonna have a few books and one magazine that managed to survive, which is pretty darn rare. And the last one will be this is what we'll do.
Wow,
It's an audio.
No, sorry.
It's an audio visual disc of what seems to be a pre-Riffs movie, and that movie is called Armageddon.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
Hey, a magazine. He's got a. Oh, what does Playboy mean? Oh. Oh.
You can be a beauty magazine if you want it to be.
It's the only reason why it would ever be intact.
Why is it all
right.
sticky?
All right, it can be a nudie magazine, I guess. I'll leave that up to artistic liberty. Shield your eyes, Tom. You're too young. All right.
All right. Where do you think we should go to sell the pre-war items?
Well, considering there are three things. Actually, well, there's the broken drum, which seems to be like general stuff, weapons, Perrin himself trades, and whatever the hell Cyberworks Incorporated is.
All right.
You have no idea
Broken
what
Drums
it
to
is.
me sounds like channeling my Skyrim here. Sounds like the general store. The number
It
5
sounds
sounds like
like
the
if you'd be
blacksmith.
buying it, you'd be selling it.
Okay.
So maybe we should head there first.
Okay.
I think we might have a broken drum in there, so maybe that'll work.
So I guess we would head over to that store.
Okay, great, wonderful. So it's all the buildings actually in this place. Uh, they look like a series. They look like almost like log cabins or like a series of logs.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get inside, you find it very clean, uh, somewhat modern countertops and display stands and assorting. So once again, it always looks like the exterior is very cosmetic compared to the interior. And moments after you step in, a young blonde man, he looks like he's in his early 30s, approaches you and goes, "Howdy, folks. Welcome to the Broken Drum. I'm Rich Abnett. You do know why we call it the Broken Drum, don't you?" And he asks, expecting the answer.
I'm gonna like lean in real close and be like, "My friend, the rumor around town is because your prices can't be beat."
Damn straight. I like you. Come on in here. Now, what are you folks looking for? We got almost anything you can possibly want.
Well, my friend, I've got something I'm pretty sure you don't have but need.
Oh, really? He kind of rubs his hands together. You know, almost every single traveler comes on in saying that, but I'll bite what you got, what I just have to have.
How about some rare, exotic, pre-war artifacts?
Really?
Yep.
And
I just
certainly-
ran up in the back of the room while looking for some shelves.
Here, he goes, come towards our main counter here. And he kind of goes by the back room, kind of behind the counter. He goes, "Hey, Jack, you might want to come out here and check this out." And sure enough, a few moments later, an older man, he looks like he's in his mid-60s, balding, and he comes out and he goes, "Hello, folks. I'm Jack Hawley. I own this place. Well, I guess you could say Finger owns it, and I just work here. Either way, what's up here, Rich?" Rich says, "Well, these guys have some pre-riff stuff they want to sell." Jack's eyes alight a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, really?" He goes, "I bet you I could probably sell these to Finger directly. He loves that sort of shit." "All right, well, lay it out here on the counter. Let's see what you got." I'm assuming you do so.
Yeah, I will do so. Lay it out on the counter.
Okay. He looks at the cans, and he goes, "Oh, yeah. Pepsi, Coke, Mountain Dew. We got a few of those as well. I can give you a fair price for that. These coins, I can't read this, but looks pretty authentic." He kind of picks it up, gives it a little pull. "Yeah, no, that's real metal. That's not a fake." "Okay, good. Oh, a magazine. What's in here?"
Sir.
Takes a look at it.
No, wait.
Okay, you think I know a good client for that? And he looks at the disc, the audiovisual movie disc, and he looks at it and goes, "Hey, Rich, you can read, right?" And Rich goes, "Yeah, I can read." He goes, "What does that title say?" And Rich kind of mouths it a little bit and goes, "Armageddon." And
Armageddon. My friend, have you, can I, I didn't know if I actually said this. I was gonna, can I read the back of the box before I give it to him?
it's kind of faded, but you can make out most of it.
I just need to make out like one word and I'll be good. Like,
Sure.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis?
Yes. Yeah. My friend, have you ever heard of Bruce Willis?
No, they both look at each other and they kind of shake their heads. No.
Bruce
we have
Willis.
not-
Bruce Willis was the most famous actor before the riffs. This character was acting gold. If he was in one of these movies, it sold millions of copies. They're incredibly rare, and this is his greatest masterpiece, Armageddon. It's about the end of the world.
And their
Like,
eyes
looking at
raised
this.
quite a bit. They're like, wait a second. Do you mean like what happened? Like the real end of the world?
Well, how many ends of the worlds do you know of? And
They're like,
when they were portraying the end of the world, they got the best because there's nothing more important than that. So they got the one actor that was so beloved, so renowned, so amazing that he could pull the needed excitement and emotion and, dare I say, heart into his performance. And that is what you're
Okay.
holding in your hands.
Jack kind of raised his hands. He's like, okay. You got the sale. We only have to check the quality of this real quick. I want to make sure, it's not damaged or anything. Is it okay if we take out one of our portable audiovisual players here and take a quick look at it? See, make sure it's not some blank disc that you're selling us?
But of course.
Okay. And they pull out, actually they just take it from one of the display cases. It's a portable audio-video player, almost very similar to your computers. Actually, those travel DVD players?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much exactly like that, except it runs on little 3-inch discs instead of a DVD size thing, right?
Right.
And, they put it in, and from the first few minutes, they're absolutely captivated. And honestly, if you guys are watching this too, it's pretty fucking incredible.
Yeah, Liv Tyler's in it.
No, I mean like
Dan Affleck.
shut up. No, I mean in the reality of this world, like you guys movies just don't exist. And if they do, they're just rare delicacies. They are just it's just kind of mind-blowing because not only is it an actual movie itself, but it links Squeak, like you're a history guy, right?
Mhm.
Can you imagine if you were able to see a portal into like the Roman era
Yeah,
and actually
that would be
see what they were able
amazing.
to see? It's just mind-blowing, right?
Right.
So really, anyone who's watching this, I'm not going to tell you how your characters react because that's unfair. But this just in general is just incredible. And so they start watching it, and unless you stop them, they're gonna watch the entire 2 hours because they're just captive. They've never seen this movie before.
I wouldn't stop them. I would
Okay.
be right there with them.
Yeah, Mila's
Actually,
now watching.
yeah, I think we would all just stand there and watch.
Okay, all right. Since you're not interrupting them, actually, what after a few minutes, the young man who was serving you, he calls in the back, and he asks, "Give me just 2 seconds." He says, Serena, come out here. Bring a couple of those soda pops too." And she kind of comes out, and she has some like glass bottles of what they call soda pop, and they offer it to you as well, complimentary. And you all just watch Armageddon for 2 hours. So that kills 2 hours really easy.
And then, like, when the movie's over, I'm like,
And-
he sacrificed himself.
I was gonna say, Mila's just totally bawling, like, ah!
And, like, Al's actually got, like, a tear. He's like, but her dad, he didn't come home.
Okay. I want to ask you this. What other RPG happens where you get to watch Armageddon? I'm just saying.
Best
I'm just saying.
RPG
Oh, sorry. Byrne, are you there?
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard everyone else say, yeah, we'll watch. Are you gonna watch? Are you watching as well?
Hell yeah, I am.
Okay, yeah, good. I just want to make sure. So after the movie's done, they say, okay, so for all of this, but especially that movie there, how much you want?
Okay, give me a second. All right.
No problem.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. We didn't have a DVD player, so we wouldn't have been able to watch this without you. And I feel like that experience is part of the payment in and of itself. So I'll let you have all this for 20,000.
They look at each other real quick, and they say, "Well, we wouldn't be much merchants if we didn't barter a little bit." 16,000.
Man, look, I'm not trying to look like I'm inconsiderate because,
Then
like
you
I said, I
wave their
do.
hand a little bit. No, 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 no. Don't. You don't need to put on the song and dance. We know it's fine. It's business. Just give us a counteroffer now.
17.
The young fellow, Rich, almost says something, and then Jack waves his hand and he goes, "No, no, no. Don't worry about it." And he gives his arm. He goes, 17,000 trade credits. Okay.
Trade credits are fine.
Great, wonderful. Shakes your hand, transfers the credits onto your cred stick, and they say, "Now, let's find a good use for that 17,000 credits, huh? So what do you folks need?" And sure enough, Rich kind of takes over from here while the boss man, Jack Hawley, kind of collects all the previous artifacts. He goes, "So, what do you guys do for a living, You mercenaries?"
I'm a doctor, actually.
Ah, doctor. Doctor, okay, okay. Well, I got something here for you. And he takes you on over to one of the display. He goes, "I got myself a CompuDrug dispenser. This thing can not only is, your basic needle or whatnot, but has a wonderful computer here attached to it that can do an analysis, instant analysis of a person's blood, toxic levels, plus it makes a nice, easy, painless way to inject your patients. What do you say, huh?"
How much you looking for?
Oh, well, I mean, it's a little worse for wear, I do admit, so I'm not going to cost you arm and a leg here. Let me just think about it for a second. As the GM looks through his notes.
Well, actually, while you do that, why don't we as a group pool our money together and just see how much we have
Sure.
total. So there's the 17,000 there. I'm throwing in my 2,200. So, hang on, let me get a
I-
calculator because I math suck.
I have 1,500.
So let's see, 17,000 plus 1,500 plus 2,200 plus anyone else want to throw in theirs, or you're welcome to keep it to yourself as well.
I have a pocket of 1,000. Sorry, not 100. Excuse me. Just 100.
Oh
credits
yeah,
is not what it was.
and I bring out another cred stick. Add 300 onto that.
So 400. Anything else? Okay, then we've got 21,100.
Okay.
Mila.
Cool.
Okay, just making sure you weren't trying to talk to us and we couldn't hear you again.
Oh.
We want to make
did-
sure you weren't communicating by blinks again.
We were basically we were pulling in our money together, and if you want to throw yours into the pot as well, or you can keep yours, it's fine either way.
Oh, sure. Yeah, take as much as you want.
How much do you want to throw into
I
the
guess I should
communal?
look under my thing.
That's psychic, Mila.
That's second. Okay.
4,900.
49. Thank you.
So
No problem,
plus
sorry.
Little devil you.
49.
Sorry.
I may or may not be drawing while we're talking.
Okay. So we have 26,000. I think maybe a prudent thing would be we all know that we're going to get at least a decent sum for that cyborg. So maybe we can spend up to this and then use whatever we make from the cyborg to live off of, assuming low. If it's high, then maybe we can use that to buy some more stuff. Is everyone fine with that?
Eh.
There's
And-
only a couple things that I want to get.
Yeah, and same here. Like I'm usually, I mean, I'm most for the most part, unless I can't think of anything that I really need. But yeah, I think we're fine with that.
Okay.
Everything that I want is just strictly like art supplies, and maybe another notebook. That's it.
I wouldn't mind more medical supply. Like that's why I was going to ask how much this is, because the ability to be able to check someone's blood for toxic levels and other things is actually very useful. But it's not worth. Depends on what he
He's
wants.
like, oh, no, it's not just that. It's also a hypodermic gun, and it's a chemical storage and dispensing unit. It can hold and measure 48 different types of chemicals. It's fan-freaking-tastic. And for you, I'll give you for the low price of 2,000 credits.
We'll take it.
Awesome, wonderful, great.
We'll take it, but we'll pay 1,700.
Give him the
for
money.
it.
Give it. What?
Mila. Shh.
And he says, well, as much as I like to sell it for 1,700 for you, I think I'll sell it for 2,000 for this young, beautiful lady right here.
I'll give him the money.
2,000. Here you go.
Thank you for your business. Now, did I hear you, young man, needing some sort of art supplies?
Yeah, if at all possible.
Oh, no problem. We do have some. Our local, I guess, lumber mill does make some paper. It's a little rough, but it'll definitely get you by it. And of course, we have some of these coloring pencils that a scavenger brought in. I can sell those to you for 100 credits.
I look at Al. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds fine.
Yeah.
We won't take that.
Yes.
I'm kidding.
Yes, we will.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm
you
kidding.
joker, you joker, you.
I have a question. This
Sure.
chemical injector, do you have any chemicals to go in it?
Unfortunately, Finger prefers all medical chemicals and compounds to be sold through the clinic.
Oh, okay. Then I appreciate that. I'm going to be working there anyway, so I'll talk to them.
Fair enough. Now, don't worry, folks. If you're going to do a lot of traveling, we got ourselves tents, sleeping bags, backpacks. We got ourselves cloth and leather sacks of all sizes. We got glass jars. We got canteens, wineskins, flasks, portable electrical stoves, flashlights, lanterns, lighters, flares, cutlery. We have string and rope and wires and spikes, grappling hooks, insect repellent, sewing kits, pocket tool kits, fishing line, fishing poles. He's still going, by the way. You're gonna have to.
I was
We got
just,
the assorted
Going on.
fishing
No, I'm
gear
actually
you
just
can want.
listening.
We got clothes.
I'm pulling off the shelf like does he? I'm gonna generally just assume that he has this on the shelf. Does he have a scope, like a scope to fit onto a?
Yes, they do. Yes. They have weapon scopes and targeting devices as well.
Cool.
We got cloth clothes for men and women. We got ourselves these brand new optics bands. We got ourselves a nice optics helmet as well. It's a bit of a fixer-upper. We got night sight goggles. We got a pocket.
I have a question. Do you have earpieces for walkie-talkies? Something you can connect to a walkie-talkie so that you don't have to hold it in your hand. You can just kind of put it in your ear. Anything like that?
Well, we do have some standard walkie-talkies that come with an earpiece. I guess I could sell the earpiece separate, although it's better as a combination unit.
I understand, but I mean, we already have walkie-talkies, so if you can't sell it separate, then I understand. But we don't.
No. We can sell it separate. Separate. How about, for the sake of the inconvenience, 200 credits?
Per earpiece?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got.
Go ahead. How many?
We got 3. We have 3.
Okay, we'll take all 3. So that's minus
600.
All right. Can anyone else? How about we do it this way? Can anyone else in the group think of something that we might need that this store might have? I know the weapon store would have more weapony things, but
Now you there, young man. He looks over to Patrick. You said you were. I see you were eyeing that scope there, right?
Yeah, just sort of
Well,
looking
no.
around.
Don't get yourself just settled on that scope because we have all sorts. We have a telegraphic scope so you can look pretty far. We have a targeting one in case you gotta go hunting or protect yourself, of course. We have a night vision scope. We have an infrared scope. And this just in, we have a scope that can see through the ultraviolet spectrum.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Does any of that fit on, let's just say Wilkes 447 laser rifle?
Oh, you better believe it, sir. Yeah, it comes with its own customizing piece, but I can tell you from personal experience, we can definitely make it fit on a Wilkes. Wilkes makes a fine product, and it's pretty easy to customize them.
Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. What's your return policy?
No returns.
Oh, I wouldn't get it, Patrick.
What did you say?
I wouldn't get it, Patrick.
I wouldn't get it.
That's a good point.
Why? I'm confused.
It's a no return policy.
I can't return these if I buy them.
Yeah.
They are
what-
faulty.
Why would you buy them?
Oh, wait, well, hold up a second. We have integrity here. If it's clear that it doesn't, first of all, if it doesn't work, it doesn't belong on
And
the
I had all this money I wanted to spend.
Hold up, little lady. Hold up. Now listen, you have to understand where we come from, right? Someone takes it, they leave for a week, they bust it, they bring it back, they say it came out that way, right? Then we lose money. We get exploited, right? So that's why we don't have a base return policy. But I can promise you we can test every single thing out here, and I'll tell you what, for you, if it doesn't work within the first 12, no, you know what? 24 hours, I'll return it for you, okay?
You will?
Yes,
Oh,
only
you
for
are
you
just a
though,
dar-
only for my
Oh,
friends.
you're just a darling. Thank you.
Question.
He's looking at you
Like
over.
out of character question. What
Yes.
what kind of things would being able to use a scope in the ultraviolet spectrum do? And is that I'm assuming that's something my eye can't do.
Correct.
Okay. So
I
what
don't
what
think I can do
uses?
ultraviolet. Well, let's see here. There are a lot of animals who use the ultraviolet spectrum, such as bees. And so you can see
No.
what bees are
be a
doing.
No. I understand, but my thoughts were more like what
Practical.
application, would an ultraviolet scope need?
Some security systems use ultraviolet protection.
Ah.
Some covert operations use that as a tracking device or as something to communicate between two people that they don't want other individuals to see.
Oh, wait. Then
Plus, Smith would know that the supernatural, sometimes they can see and operate in the ultraviolet spectrum as well.
okay. I do know that because I know that the military uses the opposite direction. They'll use microwaves and stuff that night vision can see, but you can't otherwise. So I just didn't know it went the other direction too. But I guess it makes sense in a world like this. I mean, I was assuming that this would be common knowledge. I just didn't know. I'd never heard of one before. It was cool.
Yeah. Well, it's not super common knowledge.
Or I could
actually.
just be
It's
asking the
still-
guy. Yeah. Like, what's
exactly,
the uses
yeah.
of this?
That knowledge. Yeah, definitely. He's happy to tell you.
As a person who's going to try to actually play the game, I need a scope that I can actually look through. And also
That was really passive aggressive. As a guy who actually wants to play this fucking game, I need something that's useful. You stupid shit.
No, it's more of like it's like, would an ultraviolet thing, like, would I just look through it and go like I'm basically blind and I can't see anything?
Oh, no. Ultraviolet would work with everything. Would look like blues and purples. It'd be like putting on like really, really purpley tinted glasses in a way. You can still see everything. It's just certain things would pop up into vision You know, I mean, like, say there's a beam of ultraviolet light, right? And
Right.
in your regular view, you can't see it. You look through the scope, you see everything that you normally see, but with a purpley tint on it, and then all of a sudden you see that beam of light as well. That's
Okay.
work.
Because I was like, there's a lot of like TV shows and freaking like